everyone, welcome back to my channel, Appalachian Home Co. And today's video, we're actually going to be doing another sublimation project, and I'm using a new product. It is DTF transfer film that was sent to me by Yamation. So if you don't know what DTF is, it is direct to film that you can print on and then iron onto a material such as t-shirts or even canvas tote bags. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use these products to do sublimation on cotton materials. I'm using Yamation DTF transfer film and powder. I'm using the white medium powder in this video. I'm also using this tray that I'm just not using anymore to place the powder in to put on those sheets. And I'll also be using my Epson ET2760 printer converted for sublimation. And I'm going to be using my StarCraft 15x15 heat press along with this Teflon sheet to cover your materials when you're pressing. And here is the DTF film sheets. I've cut them in half. These were size A3, but I just cut them in half to fit in my 8.5 by 11 printer, and the matte side is the side you want to print on. If you're having trouble printing on these DTF transfer sheets, a hack that I tried was to actually tape a piece of regular printer paper to the back of the transfer film sheets. So the front of your sheet is going to be matte and the back side is going to be glossy. You want to just tape that regular paper to the back side of your transfer sheet. That's going to allow your printer to grip the copy paper first, and then it's going to print onto your transfer sheet. To print the designs today, I'm going to be using a program called Inkscape, but you can use any program that you like to use. It's easy in Inkscape. I just go into File and Document Properties and make sure that I have selected the size of paper I'm going to be using, which is 8.5 by 11. I already have all of my images dragged onto the canvas, and you can just drag whatever file you want to print directly onto the screen here. And I'm going to be just dragging those images directly over the paper outline. Whatever is inside that paper outline is going to print out exactly as you see it on your screen. Now mine has a background, so it made it hard to see the paper border. So I'm just dragging down these little guidelines from the ruler at the top of the page and the left of the page, and that just made it kind of easier for me to see exactly where my PNG images were going to print out. Before you print your images, you want to either flip your images or mirror your images. So I am just flipping mine using this little tool up here at the top of my screen. Sometimes when you go to your print, you can mirror your image there as well, but I'm just going to go ahead and do mine on the screen, and then I'm just going to print. I'm using my Epson 2760, and I don't know how yours is laid out, but I'm just going into printer settings. I'm using just plain bright white paper for mine for this project, but you may want to change yours to a different paper if that works better for you. I'm also going into main options, and I'm turning off the high speed. I don't want this to print out very fast. And then I'm changing my custom printing options. I just like to up the contrast and the saturation because this ink is going to be taking DTF powder. I want a lot of ink to print out to take that powder so that it gets a good adhesion. I'm also going to up the magenta in my colors just a little bit because there's a lot of pinks that are in my design, so I just want those to print out really dense and bold. Once you have all your color options the way you want them, I'm just going to go ahead and send this to the Epson. I'm also printing out another Christmas tree design as well to go on a tote bag, and you can see here I'm using that method that I talked about earlier in taping the regular copy paper to the back. That seemed to work out best for me in printing out these images. Next, you want to apply the DTF transfer adhesive powder, and I just sprinkled mine out inside of this tray in a very thin layer. It's not going to take very much to cover these printouts. Next, I'm going to take my still wet sublimation printout, and I'm just placing it inside of this powder. The best method I found was just kind of roll the powder around all over your ink until you make sure that all your ink is covered. You do want to make sure and shake off all of the extra powder after you have covered all of your ink. Okay, I'm going to be using my StarCraft heat press. It's the swing away, so this is going to be perfect to cure the DTF powder that we just placed on our printed out sheets. So I'm heating this up to 275. I'm going to be curing each sheet for 200 seconds. So when this warms up to 275, I'm just going to place each sheet here, and then I'll just swing this back over and cure it for about 200 seconds. Then the DTF powder should be melted and we'll be ready to press. So I am just placing these sheets directly under the heat press. I am not closing the heat press. I'm just leaving a little gap enough to heat up the DTF powder to melt it. And I did try this at 275, but even after about 10 minutes, it was still not melted. So I did up the temperature to 400 degrees and left those under there for about 5 to 6 minutes, and that seemed to work as far as melting the powder. And I'll show you what the powder should look like after you have melted it. Now this part is definitely optional, but after I melted all of that powder, I just put one more little layer on top of the melted powder. And you don't want to use your bare hands with this. I just didn't have any gloves nearby, but I just sprinkled a little bit more of that powder on before I am going to get ready to press these. I'm going to first press this 100% cotton canvas tote bag. These I got from Jiffy Shirts, and I'm just giving it a pre-press for about 5 seconds. I'm also letting my heat press cool down from 400 degrees to about 325. That's what Yamation DTF Transfers suggested to press these at. So I'm going to be pressing at 325 for 10 seconds. I'm also using that Teflon sheet to cover and protect my design. Now the first press, I checked these, it didn't seem like the complete design came off, so I gave these about 5 more seconds of pressing. And you are also going to need to cool these completely before you remove the transfer film. But after these were cooled completely, you can see how great this turned out. This is 100% cotton. This has no polyester in it whatsoever. So these turned out super, super great on this 100% cotton canvas tote bag. Something neat I found out about these transfers: if your design comes out too glossy for your liking, then you can place that material back under the heat press with just the Teflon sheet, and that creates a really matte finish to the design, and you can barely feel any texture on these at all. It's cold outside. I wanted to see how these would turn out on dark colored fabric. Even though these are not meant for dark colored fabric, I did try this on a clearance sweater I got from Walmart. This is True brand. So I pressed this the same way as I did the canvas tote bag. Now this did not turn out as bright. I did not expect it to turn out as bright, but I just wanted to show you what would happen if you use these transfers on a dark colored fabric. And the storm is on its way, but as long as you're around, everything will be. And then last, I tried the designs on a white t-shirt, also from Walmart, also True brand, and pressed it exactly the same. This one was probably my favorite and turned out the best, but I love these Christmas trees. They're so bright, so vibrant. This moment to have you for myself in a cabin out of nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect for this week. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful and got some ideas on how to use sublimation with cotton products. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can with those. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you back again in my next video. My love for you is true. Tomorrow it is.